In 1612, Russia fell into anarchy, a period they called the Time of Troubles. The people suffered war, famine, and plague, with a third of the population perishing. Foreign troops occupied Moscow, Smolensk, and Novgorod, but Russia struck back. Prince Pozharsky and merchant Kuzma Minin led the militia to Moscow and expelled the Polish garrison. Since 2005, this victory has been commemorated every November 4th as Russia's National Unity Day. The Zemsky Sobor then elected 16-year-old Mikhail Romanov as Tsar, founding a dynasty that would rule for 300 years. He secured peace by ceding land, while his son Alexei introduced a harsh law code that bound peasants into serfdom for 2 centuries. Patriarch Nikon's reforms split the church between reformers and old believers, a schism lasting to this day. The Cossacks of Ukraine pledged allegiance to Russia, sparking the 13 Years' War with Poland-Lithuania. Russia triumphed, regaining Smolensk in eastern Ukraine. Yet rebellions like Stenka Razins brought chaos, ending with brutal suppression. Later, the sickly but learned Fyodor III reformed governance, but died young, leaving his sister Sophia as regent for Ivan V and Peter I. During Sophia's reign, Russia signed the Eternal Peace with Poland-Lithuania, joined the Holy League against the Ottomans, and concluded its first treaty with China. At 17, Peter seized power, journeyed across Europe to seek allies and master modern science and shipbuilding. The war with Turkey ended with the Treaty of Constantinople, giving Russia Azov and a foothold on the Black Sea. Peter made sweeping reforms to transform Russia into a modern European state. He demanded that Russian nobles dress and behave like Europeans, even imposing a beard tax on those who refused to shave. He built Russia's first navy, reformed the army and government, and promoted industry, trade, and education. In the Great Northern War, Russia, allied with Poland, Lithuania, and Denmark, challenged Sweden's dominance in the Baltic. At first, Russia suffered a disastrous defeat to Charles XII at Narva, but later, it triumphed, crushing the Swedish army at Poltava. On the Baltic coast, Peter founded a new capital, St. Petersburg, a remarkable achievement built on marshes at the cost of tens of thousands of serfs' lives. The war ended with the Treaty of Nystad, which secured Russia's rise as the new Baltic power. 4 years before his death, Peter was proclaimed Peter the Great, father of his country, emperor of all the Russias. After him, the throne passed to his wife Catherine, then to his grandson Peter II, who died of smallpox at just 14. Empress Anna Ivanovna, daughter of Ivan V, was infamous for her decadence and reliance on her German lover, Ernst Byron. During her reign, Vitus Bering charted Alaska's coast, discovered the Aleutian Islands, and gave his name to the Bering Sea. After Anna's death, her infant heir Ivan VI was overthrown by Peter's daughter, Elizabeth. Ivan spent his life imprisoned until murdered at 23. Elizabeth herself was known for vanity and extravagance, but also decisive leadership. She allied with France and Austria, leading Russia into the 7 Years' War against Frederick the Great of Prussia. Russia crushed Frederick at Kunersdorf but failed to capitalize on the victory. Meanwhile, in St. Petersburg, the Winter Palace was completed, later serving as the monarchy's residence until the Revolution of 1917. Peter III, Peter the Great's grandson, was raised in Denmark, spoke little Russian, and admired Frederick the Great. He abruptly switched Russia's side in the 7 Years' War, saving Frederick from near certain defeat. His actions outraged officers, while his German wife Catherine despised him. Together with her allies, she deposed him. A week later, Peter III died under suspicious circumstances. Catherine then became Empress of Russia, ushering in one of the most glorious reigns in Russian history.